Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have my cash envelope stuffing. I'm going to do this a little bit differently because it's been quite some time since I did one of these videos, and I'm actually really excited to kind of give you guys an update. Now, if you saw my last video, which I will link a card up above, I shared some very exciting news. So we are expecting our first child at the end of the year. My due date is December 31st. I don't even know if I mentioned that in the video. So we have a baby boy on the way, and throughout my time away of, going through this pregnancy, I have still been sticking with my budgeting and stuff like that. Now, my channel, I started doing a lot of videos mainly on the budgeting, and then I kind of switched over to do some more organizing and cleaning, but I think now that we're expecting, I feel it's easier to do these types of videos and then supplement some of the organization videos and stuff like that in the spare time. Now, I'm going to be out of breath, as you can already tell. I am currently actually tomorrow I turn 29 weeks, so please excuse my huffing and puffing, but I will do my best to not do that. Also, I'm working on the camera angle. This I don't think I'm going to have every time. This is mainly for this video because, one, I don't have that much to stuff in envelopes this pay period. This is just mainly to catch you guys up with where we're at with our finances and to kind of go over the different categories I have for sinking funds and like what's changed and what hasn't. So if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Kirsten. I am 27 years old and I am married. I do the finances between both me and my husband. Both me and my husband work full-time. That may change in the future, but with baby coming, but that will be a decision later down the line. And yeah, we've been on just a mission to not necessarily be debt-free. That is our main goal, to be debt-free, but not necessarily. It's just more so being responsible about our finances and making sure, we live comfortably. But I'm going to jump into this so I don't bore you guys to death. And we are going to first start off with our change. So this is my little change jar, which you guys cannot see. This is really heavy. I do want to get like a glass jar so you guys can see how full it is, but I've been using this for quite some time and it's a decent size and holds quite a bit. And as you can tell, we have tons of change in there already. It's like almost full, but we have tons of change today between me and my husband. I grabbed all his change out of his car because he likes to leave it in there and it bugs me. So this is my wallet right now. I actually ordered a super cute wallet off Etsy that I can put envelopes in, so I can't wait to show you guys that. But this thing is packed full, so we're gonna put that in there. And then this is all the change I took out of my husband's car when I got home. I went to the bank today, so I decided to grab this to show you guys, and I stuck it in this so I could carry it all inside, but that is going to be going in here now. So that pretty much almost fills us up. We've got quite a bit in here, so that's going to be going to the bank soon, I'm sure. Just going to put that back here in the hopes I don't break anything. We are going to start off with, let's see. So we're going to start off with kind of explaining this first and kind of how I do things. I've noticed as the budget community on YouTube has grown, I think a majority of people do weekly. They budget weekly. I still budget bi-weekly because we get paid bi-weekly and it's just easier for me to kind of split the money up that way. In this pay period, these are like the bills that are coming out. So we are paying our car insurance, which is $121. If you can't see my writing, I am so sorry. My handwriting is very small and like this is big handwriting to me. And then, so yeah, we have our car insurance coming out, and then my husband's car we pay $440 for. I split our mortgage payment in half, so it's not a big lump sum. So each pay period I do $782. So we are saving that. And then on the side here are kind of like variable expenses. So food, this is not groceries, this is just for me and my husband. So we both get $30, and that goes towards like Dunkin's, lunches, snacks, anything like that we want to buy. And then gas, that's self-explanatory. I do $100. I might lower it because the gas in our area is going down, thankfully. Then we have groceries. We do $200 per paycheck. $200 per pay period. We are going to start every plate again because we've been eating out a lot and we're trying to refrain from that. Now that I can tolerate food more so than I could beginning of my pregnancy, I think we are going to do every plate again, which will supplement in some good meals and reduce the need to go out to eat. We're going to be doing that, and that's usually we do about $50 worth of meal subscription, and then the rest is just things that we need at the grocery store and snacks and stuff like that. So that is that. And then needs is getting $50, and that is our Walmart trip. So essentially we do our grocery pickup order. We order online, we pick it up, and then we're good to go. And then at the same time, there's a Walmart right next to our store, our grocery store, so we hop over there and get any household items we may be needing. Alright, and then, so that's our regular bills, and to mention, I don't cash stuff any of our bills. It's easier for me to just leave that amount in our bank account, and it will just get drafted out, and I do cash stuff some of these variable items, which you'll see once we get to the cash stuffing. I know that's the fun part, sorry guys. Monthly spending, so I have my spending and Matt's spending. We both get $25. And then miscellaneous, so this is any unbudgeted expenses or purchases that we may have done throughout the pay period that I'm paying ourselves, like paying the account back for. So say we went out to eat and that was an unbudgeted trip to the restaurant, I have like a list in my phone that I keep track of any unbudgeted, so then I keep track of that, and then I total everything up, and that is what we came out with for this pay period, was $183.21, which actually isn't that bad because last pay period I think we were close to $300, which was insane. So I'm glad we got that down. But yeah, I always pay the account, our checking account, back for any unbudgeted expense. And the lower the better, because then we have more room to put sinking funds in. And then for this pay period also, we, again with the paying the account back, there are other things that I'm going to mention in a moment that I'm paying the account back for, so we didn't have a lot to put into our cash envelopes, unfortunately. So such as our dog, I have Mox grooming, his name is Moxley. He's finally getting groomed, and this is one reason I didn't have enough in the pets envelope, which I'll show you guys. And we just wanted to get that done because his nails are bad, he needs good cleaning and trim. So we finally put that in the books, which is going to be $75. That is with tip. And then shoes. My husband desperately needed a new pair of shoes, so we bought those. I already had $30 in like miscellaneous money that I put aside for that, and then we just added the $55 so we could order those shoes. And then he's going to a concert with a friend, so his portion was $40, so I just paid that back to the account. So again, that's all expenses that I paid back to the account. Not going to be stuff today. And then we have short-term sinking funds. So we have gifts, which is getting $5. House is getting $10. Pamper is getting $10. This is for my hair. I do get my hair done, and then I have a maternity shoot coming up, and I'm gonna get my nails done. Nothing crazy, just like a gel manicure. And then Pets is getting $10. Now this sinking fund is for like their toys or their food, stuff like that. And then long-term sinking funds, we have electronics. So I'm trying to save up for an iPad. And then Health is getting $5. And then House Reno, my husband's working on the nursery with his friend's dad. So we've been putting a lot of our expenses towards that. And then this is a new one, landscaping. So we have weird, like we don't have much of a yard, but in the back of the house it's all fenced in, but it's like more of like an entertainment area. I don't know how to explain it. Like some sort of grass, like on the side of the house there's some grass, and then in the front it's like a small area of grass with some bushes and stuff, and like we just can't maintain it on our by ourselves. So we are gonna hire a company to come by during next spring. I'm hoping that we can get some company to come and maintain that for us. And then we have vets, and this is for any vet bills. And then we have debt repayment. This, as I was mentioning above, of repaying the account back, these were some larger I guess expenses that I'm slowly repaying the account back. So I have the maternity shoot at the end of the month, and I think it was like $250. Matt had a few medical bills. We luckily have good insurance. We do have a $500 deductible, so these two bills kind of came out of nowhere, mainly this collection one, which I'll talk about in a minute. But speaking of landscaping, he ended up cutting his finger with a hedge trimmer. So we got a bill for that, which went straight to deductible. So we paid that, and then I'm just slowly repaying the account for it. And then the collection bill, this was from our prior insurance from his previous employer. When I forget what it was for, he went for something, but they ended up having the wrong address on file, so the bill that was sent, it was sent to the wrong address, and we weren't aware of it, and then it went to collections. But I luckily had him email the billing department at the hospital, at the hospital, and they were able to pull that out of collections, and we paid it off. So again, we're just putting another $10 towards that. So yeah, that is the explanation of that. I don't know the last time, but we are credit card debt free. We have no credit card debt. So that's my way of kind of keeping it that way. So whatever big expense we may have, we just kind of use that account. We use our checking account, we pay for it, and then I just make sure I make payments to pay that certain thing off. I have a whole list in my phone that kind of keeps track of all expenses and stuff, kind of similar to this, that I keep track of. So that is the biggest spiel I have for you guys on kind of what is going on with our account. I have way more different funds than this, but this is just what is being accounted for with this pay period, which I will explain once we get into the cash envelopes. I have some cash envelopes, and then I also do Capital One 360 where we have multiple accounts for different sinking funds online for whatever, like they're more savings that I would use a debit card for, if that makes sense. So these are the categories that I have in Capital One right now. So we have gas, that is getting $100, and that brings us to $235.53. And then health is getting $5, so that brought us to $254.96. The change, I mean, they're online bank accounts, so they get interest, so that's why it's like kind of weird numbers. So I definitely want to increase that, especially with baby on the way. So I'm trying to, put as much as I can in when I can do so, because we definitely want that higher. And then gifts is getting $5, and that brought it to $81.04. And then Christmas, we have already fully funded, so it's not getting anything this pay period, and that is at $521.34. I try to budget for $500. And then baby, not getting anything right now. Baby has $786.90. And then house is getting $10. This is just stuff for around the house we may need. So that is getting $203.16. And then house reno, which I explained, that is getting $10, so that brought it to $324.49. So in total, we stuffed $130 into these accounts, which brought it to $2,407.42 in all the accounts. Alright, so we're going to do the cash envelopes. So we are stuffing a total of $205 in cash into our cash envelopes. So we're going to start with the ones I keep in my purse. Now, obviously this will be changing soon because I ordered a new wallet that has envelopes in it, which I'm so excited for that to come in. I ordered it off Etsy. I will link the Etsy shop I ordered it off in the description box once it comes in, but yeah, I'm super excited to show you guys that. Alright, so we first have shopping, and this is my spending envelope. We currently have $2 in it, so I'm going to set those aside because we're going to put those in the $1 challenge. And then, so now we are putting $25 in, and that's all it has in there. Oops. Right, so there is my spending envelope. And then dining out, unfortunately, I could not stuff this time. I typically do $100 for dining out, but obviously that just didn't work with the pay period and the bills we had to owe to the account. So that is fine. And like I said, we're going to be restarting the Every Plate, so I'm excited for that. And hopefully we can reduce the dining out because eating out gets really expensive, you guys. So. And then we have household, which is my needs envelope, and we have, whoops, we have $1, $2, $3, and $4 left over, which we are going to put towards the $1 savings challenge. And we are putting a $50 bill in here. And so now it just has the $50. Next we have food. And we do have some money left over, which is great. I always forget that I keep these envelopes open just to access the money easier in my purse, and I always close them. Alright, so then we have $2 left over, and we're going to put that with the $1 challenge. And we are putting in $30 for this envelope, which I'm so excited. Dunkin's came out with their peanut butter macchiato, what is it, coffee flavor. I just get decaf coffee with the flavor in it, obviously, and I got that this morning, and it was so good, you guys. That's one thing I did not or couldn't give up was coffee during this pregnancy. I only have 1 cup a day, and I always typically get decaf, so yeah, so I'm excited. They came out with the Halloween menu. And then I have just a coupon envelope that I just keep some coupons that we might use for either the grocery store or any other coupons. And then we have clothing, and clothing is not getting stuffed this, clothing is not getting stuffed this pay period. It does have, let's see, $23, so 20, 1, 2, and 3, which is perfectly fine. I don't really need anything right now. I have been trying to get some good comfy clothes, especially for like postpartum, so that is mainly what I've been getting. So that is the clothing envelope. Then we have a baby envelope. So I mentioned we have a Capital One baby account. That is for bigger purchases and stuff like that. And then I have a cash envelope. I consign at my local consignment shop of like clothes and stuff. And whatever I make from that, I just put into this envelope. And then if I see something at the store that I would like for baby, then I purchase it out of this. Unless it's like a bigger item, of course. But yeah, so I have two different accounts. I have a cash envelope and then just a Capital One account that has more money. But this cash envelope has, I think, $66. I just use a sticky note to keep track of how much money is in the envelopes. So we have 20, 40, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, and 66. So yeah, we have $66 in babies. Cash envelope, which I think I have about $20 at the consignment store right now. So that's pretty cool. We'll be adding that. So that is all the envelopes I keep in my purse. So we're going to set those aside. And then I have a whole bunch of receipts that I'm going to scan into my Fetch Rewards. And then I also have the Amazon Shopper Panel app. I think that's what it's called. And it's like every 10 receipts you upload, you get $10 in Amazon rewards. So I do that also, which I can link below if there's a referral code. But yeah, so I'll be scanning those after I film. And then we have, let's see. And then we have my sinking fund binder, which I plan on getting another one so that I have my short term and long term kind of separated. But right now it's just all in one, which is totally fine. I'm working with what I have. Also, you'll see very large envelopes in the back of this. I plan on ordering some envelopes from Etsy to add those into this and not have ugly envelopes, but hey, they're cheap and they work, so yeah. Alright, so the first envelope is car maintenance, and we are not funding anything in that. It does have $221, but we'll give it a count just in case. So we have 100, 200, 10, 15, 21. Yeah, $221. So that is good. I think we're both all caught up on maintenance for our cars. I mean, I just got a new car, so don't really have to worry about anything for a while. And Matt just got new tires and his oil change. Well, he got his 40,000 mile service or something like that recently, so he's all set. Then we have vets. This is getting $15. And it currently has 5, 6, 7. And we're adding 15. So a 10 and a 5. So now we have $10, $15, $20, $21, $22. Which is perfect because I need to buy my cat the scratching post because the one she currently has, the twine, she like rips off the post and it's just everywhere right now in my bedroom. Alright, so that's vets. Vacation is not getting stuffed this pay period, but we currently have 100, 150, 170, 180, 185, 86, 87, 88. So $188. We are planning on just doing a few day trips before baby comes, but we just have been so busy with so many other things. Next we have date night, and this is for more expensive date nights. So if you want to go to like a movie or a fancy dinner, that is what this is for, but we aren't stuffing it, and I think it only has $10. Yep, so it only has $10 in there, which is totally fine. This is just something we can slowly build up. It's nothing of a priority, so that is that. And then we have pellets and oil. So I live in New England, and we have pretty crazy winters here. It's already pretty cold. I think it's like the temperatures like averaging around 50s, 60s already. This year we have a pellet stove, so we bought a pallet of pellets, which I am so happy we did this year because last year we were just buying them by the bag and that got expensive. I think it came around $300 something, but now we don't have to worry about constantly going out and grabbing some, especially in the winter time. And then it'll be nice also once baby's born. And then oil, as you guys know, that is just expensive in its own. We filled up before the cold weather. We have not turned our heat on yet. We're trying to wait for November. So we're still doing, we're doing pretty good. But this is just to supplement for next year. And I figured, like, after we just filled up our tank and our pellet, and we got the pellets, I was like, we need to just save over time. So I made this, excuse the ugly label. But we have 65 in here, but let's double check and make sure. I don't know why I keep putting the smaller bills on top. I like when the bigger bills are on the bottom. I like when the bigger bills are on top. So we have 50, 65, perfect. So that's gonna go in here. My goal is pretty much like 1,000, I would say, by next season, so yeah. And then next we have is school. This is another debt. Matt wants to go back to school, but we found out he owes his previous college money, and this was way before. So he was in the military, and then he was in school for a while before he entered the military, and apparently he owes, I think, maybe like a grant to the school for, like, I think a dropped class or something. I don't even know. But yeah, so we're trying to save up over time to just pay that off so that he can go back to school. Obviously, since we're having a baby, he's not going to school at the moment. Once we can kind of get a handle on things, then he will definitely go back to school. I want him to be able to do that. So I figured we can save up over time for that, since it's not anything he's doing right away. Right now we have, let's give it a count, 50, 100, and 105, 110. So we have 110 in there, which is awesome. And then miscellaneous. So this is any random things that come up that I want to save up for. Like I mentioned with Matt's shoes that we ordered, I had $30 in here specifically for that, and then we just, for this pay period, we just put in the rest so that he could order them. But that's essentially what this envelope is. So this is the $1 challenge. This is supposed to be in the back, but we'll come back to the $1 challenge and put that money in afterwards. Then we have pets. That is getting $10. We currently have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I think I mentioned something about the scratch post with the vet envelope, and that was supposed to be for this, which is my bad. But yeah, so that would be coming out of this. So we have 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, and $23. There's that envelope. And then we have self-care. That is my pamper envelope. And that is getting $10 as well. Alright, so I got $10 as well. And we have 50, 70, 80. So we'll have plenty for my nails coming up, and then I still have time to save for my save for my hair appointment. This is just for receipts that I need to hang on to, just in case we, like, for big purchases that if we need to return the item or anything, I keep those in here. And then we have events. I need to make an envelope like this, and but yeah, these are the envelopes I need to make, like, to get new ones, like this. And definitely need to get a new binder because obviously we have a zillion envelopes. But yeah, this is just an empty one that I've been holding on to, so I'm going to move that out of the way. So we have events. This is not getting stuffed, so this is just any, like, plans we have with friends. This is what we can use. Right now we have $20 in there, and that's it, which is totally fine. And then we have giving. This is a new one I started. Right now it only has $5, but again, this is just something that we're gonna throw a few dollars in here and there. Hubby, I started a wifey and hubby envelope, so this is if we want to treat each other to something, or if we see something we know we would really like. That is what these envelopes are for. He is not getting anything, nor am I getting anything, but he does have $10 in there. And then electronics, this is for the iPad, that is getting $5. And it currently has, let's see, 20, 40, 50, and then we're adding a 5, so it has $55 in there. And then landscaping, that is getting a 5 also. And it doesn't currently have anything because this is a brand new envelope I decided to make. So that has $5 in there now. Sorry for these big old envelopes, you guys. Alright, and then so my husband also gets $25 for his spending. So that's his. And then he also gets $30 for food. He doesn't use envelopes. He just puts this in his wallet or like in his office to keep aside. So that is going to be given to him after the video. So we'll leave that aside. And then we have, last but not least, the $1 challenge. So this is any $1 that I have left over at the end of the pay period. I put in here. And I do not count this, so we have quite a bit of ones, which is awesome. And I just started this recently. I do have some 5s in here, just because I had to condense some money that I was depositing back into the account. But yeah, so that is the $1 challenge. I think we're going to just count it at the end of the year to see how much we have. And I literally started this maybe like a month ago, and we have like a decent amount of money, so that's crazy. So we're going to put that in here, and that completes the cash envelopes. And then also with the cash stuffing, so we stuffed a total of $205 in cash, and then the $130 in Capital One accounts, which we in total stuffed $335, which isn't too bad. I always wish we could do more, but like I say, every bit counts and it goes a long way. If you guys have been part of the budget community, it's crazy how fast setting aside money can build up. So ever since I got into this, it has changed our lives, definitely. So I highly recommend anything you can set aside and save, do it, because it's just amazing what saving can do. Alright, you guys, so that completes the cash envelope stuffing and my very long spiel of how we are kind of working the finances lately. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys stay tuned for this whole video, please let me know in the comments below because I truly appreciate it. I'm excited to be back and making these videos for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. I'm excited to bring you guys some baby stuff also. But yeah, if you have any recommendations for a video, please leave them in the comments below. And if you are one of my OG subscribers when I first started doing this, please let me know also. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!